Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video, yesterday I promised some people that I would, some viewers that I would do a video going on over this team. So I thought I'd also do two other teams as well, one being a human team, one being an unknown team. I'll have a little thing at the bottom which you can scoot to, where you can just select, go to pretty much, it'll say goddess team, unknown team, human team, whatever order I do it in. You can go there, you can see what team you want to do. So I said I would show this team. The reason I'm showing other teams is because, you know, the goddess team I was using 2 LRs and all that kind of stuff. Unfortunately, I will still be forced to use LR Margaret, but this is the catch. LR Margaret only has more stats. Her passive only increases crit chance, which doesn't affect your points, so you don't have to worry about that. So as long as you just have normal blue Margaret, you're completely fine. Also, the boss is not going to be able to debuff anyone. Maybe it'll be able to debuff Tomiel once. It's like 2% crit chance. It's not going to be too much. It won't be impactful. Of course, gear sets, constellations, unfortunately all of those apply and may impact your score compared to mine. Also we're running HP food as well, of course. Skip to the point, or skip to whatever team you want to watch me do. And yeah, let's get on with it. Okay, so we're here. We're currently, the first team we're going to be using is the Goddess team. So the Goddess team, firstly we'll go over gear sets. So the gear sets on all the characters sort of matter. Basically, you want HP defense on everyone. My Margaret has HP defense UR gear, which of course I highly recommend. Sariel actually has HP defense because, let me explain Sariel's passive to you. Our entire team will gain 20% of his basic stats, which is like the reason I'm running HP defense, more HP. He'll be giving 20% of his HP to everyone else on the team, kind of what you want. Tomiel, of course, you need to be missing these defense pieces so he can actually take damage. Once again, I explained that in my initial final boss video. You want him to take damage to get the max up his passive. As you can see here, he doesn't have much defense. Pretty sure my Tomiel also has nearly all... He's got 3 outfits. Okay, I thought I had more than that, but he's only got 3 outfits. In the back, Twigo, just some plain SR gear. But going on about SR gear, if let's just say you don't have HP defense for, you know, Margaret or even Sariel, you can just use perfect SR gear. You'll probably end up getting better stats than like some crappy SSR gears that I've put on some characters before. Once again, links, you want to be mainly basing on like HP, apart from whatever his name is, Tomiel. You don't actually want to have any real... Okay, I've got the wrong set on DM, but it doesn't matter. You don't really want to have any links on him because you don't really want to get any defense out of it. Card set, which is going basic stats, should be fine. And then, of course, we're going to be going with HP food as well. Want to be getting as much points as humanly possible. Let's get into it. So, how are we going to do this? As unfortunately, there is a little bit of RNG, so of course, you may be able to get high points. You may be stuck at lower points. So, what the real problem is, it's going to be getting that Golden Margaret skill, because that is really what you want. Also, you probably kind of want stacks of Freyr Relic, which pretty much every time he crits, he gives himself 10% more basic stats. First phase, I'm pretty sure we can only crit this guy, so we're just going to do this. No point pushing ultimates. Okay, we can't crit anyone, that's a 7 skill. Still kill him though. Get him gone. Okay, we're still fine. Once again, Tomiel's here to take damage. More stacks of his passive, the better. And thank you, computer, for reminding me I do not need to do that update. What we will do here, we'll do this. And then I'm just going to pop another one to the extra stack of Margaret's passive. Because, of course, you do want to get max Margaret stacks, which is 5 buffs. Patience, yeah. There's another 2 stacks. Once again, getting Margaret buffs is really the only slight problem here. Once again, we're taunted to attack, so I can just do this. We do lose ult gauge next phase, like immediately we lose 5 ult gauge, so it doesn't matter about pushing ultimates. Okay, we didn't kill with Sariel, okay. Margaret. Thank you very much, Margaret. She can crit, but she did quite a bit of damage. Second phase, please Margaret buff skills. This is what I mean, sometimes you can be slightly unfortunate and just not pull buff skills. On this phase, you do want to ult with Tomiel. Tomiel will give you the most damage because he's got a detonate ult and it's very powerful. It's AoE as well. The only problem probably will be Hauser. who can derank skills. So as long as you don't have a level 2 Tomio skill like what I have, you'll be fine. I'm also still slightly trying to push an ultimate. We'll do this, and then we'll do this. I do really want to hopefully get some more Margaret skills, or any more buff skills in general, because I do want to get... there you go, that's what I actually want on it, that's perfect. How's this not going to be able to deal damage to like anyone on my team at this point, apart from maybe these two? Definitely can't damage her. Her stats are way too high. How many stacks for Margaret am I off? I'm pretty sure I'm like 3 off. Yeah, I'm 3 off. Okay. We're going to have to do some praying here. I'm not going to push Margaret's ult. Main reason, less hand space. Going to hope for an extra buff skill. Perfect. Could I stall for another turn though? Okay, guess Margaret is getting deranked. Okay, I was not expecting him to actually deal damage to Margaret. I guess that shows the true power of LOL is on this team. We can just once again just move, and then we'll. Next time we will ult no matter what happens. Okay, once again the same thing. Okay. I think the game's trying to tell me something. Once again, debuff. Oh, he hit you with resolve gauge. It's fine. We can still kill. I'm not scared of his ultimate. I'm gonna play risky here. I will kill one of them. Okay, I will have to kill one. Probably not the best, but I will have to kill one. Sorry, it's a lot because of course Power Strike. We do get the 300k damage one. Shouldn't be able to shock. No problem. Also because these ones are really hard to crit. The extra crit chance and crit damage from Margaret, not really that big of a problem. I'm gonna get like extra 2% crit chance. We are going to get max Margaret stacks though. We've got max Tarmiel, max, of course Sariel's maxed immediately, but we think we only got 1 stack of his relic. It's unfortunate because these guys are really hard to crit. Like even Roxy struggles. Roxy's got like a 1,000,000% crit chance. There goes 1,000,000 with Tarmiel. Let's see. 4.6. Okay, you could probably get higher if you got a golden like Margaret buff. But to be honest, I don't think this team would get much higher because the only thing you really have left is either Sariel stacks, which is actually pretty hard to get. Of course, Sariel stacks are from his relic, so if you don't have his relic, don't worry about that. But really, just getting a golden Margaret skill is the only thing you could have done extra to get more points. But of course, 4.2k is probably enough to get you top 50%, and that's really all you really need to get the diamonds. And I don't think there is cosmetics on reward this time. Let me check quickly. Rankings, rewards. No, there's no cosmetics. So you don't need to worry. You just get top 50%, you get all the diamonds. That's really all that matters. We're on to the next team now. On to the next team. On to our next team, which is actually a lot less free-to-play friendly. Mainly because you need relics and 2 collaboration characters. But mainly the 2 collaboration characters. So Ram, of course, provides 20% basic stats. Echidna, 5% basic stats per unknown. Freyr's Relic, 5% basic stats per unknown. And then, of course, 30% basic stats to unknowns. Gear-wise, HP defense, which was literally just SR gear I engraved. Attack crit, and then HP defense, SR gear that I engraved. So overall, isn't the highest CC team, but this is the one I got the most points with when I was trying to go for points when I was testing these teams out. Once again, we're going for the unknown card set that gives me attack per unknown, because this team, actually, damage isn't too bad. Once again, HP food, because it does actually take into account all of your stats at the end, not just your HP, so attack, you know, all that kind of stuff. Attack, defense, and HP are the main ones it takes into consideration. Of course, this team is a lot less free to play, like friendly. Mainly because you need his relic and these 2 collaboration characters. Turn 1. It does say you have to inflict rupture, but I highly recommend not doing that one because it's really hard to do rupture. We will just play all these skills though. I'm saving the Echidna ones because I want to use her ult at the end. Mainly because her ultimate does give you a lot of basic stats, plus it's just quite a good ult to finish on, because it does a lot of damage. I'm going to try not to merge, if possible. Of course, because then Ashi, they're not going to be getting their ultimates, which is nice. Can actually remove his stance as well, but I think he's actually going to die, so it's fine. We'll just do this, do this, do this. We will lose all the old gauge. Once again, completely fine. I was kind of waiting to lose all the old gauge. There we go. And then, of course, kill from Freyr, who's, of course, very broken. Here we go. Onto this phase. Once again, completely fine. I knew I was going to lose old gauge. Ult Rush, my favorite PvP mode. Pretty sure they buff up. Yeah, the Guild Thunder, but you buff, right? Yeah, there's the buff. As I expected, so we're just going to play the Infect skill here. We'll just merge these and just doesn't matter what else we do. Big damage. And now we can ult with the Echidna and then end this. A stance disabled, doesn't matter. Once again, patience again. Ram is the one who's going to be taking damage. That's because I think Ram has Ram is the oldest character on this team, so it does kind of make sense. She did drop in the start of 2021. That will kill all of them. And then I'll play this as sort of like insurance, so to say. Yeah, and there we go. This also gave me a crap ton of basic stats for unknowns. And then, boom, 4.9k. Once again, with this team, you're kind of limited for points. The only thing you probably could have done a little bit better, well, I could have done a little better, waited to get another stack of Freyr's passive, because he can have 2 stacks of his buff on everyone. And then maybe do the challenges as well. That's as best you're going to get with this team. But overall, like, of course, once again, you only really need to get in like the top 50% for the diamonds. Of course, unless you're trying to go for other rewards, then you might just want to stick with goddesses and just pray for the golden marker buff. Anyway, on to the final team now. On to the final team, which is humans. This is actually my take 2 of trying the humans team, because I heavily misplayed. And I don't want to really show you me heavily misplaying, because it's not that good. Mainly, I also thought of a few other things. So this team I'm running, of course, you're probably wondering, well, these 2 characters are so exclusive, by using these 2 exclusive characters. Well, the collaboration was actually quite recent in comparison to, of course, ReZero. But if you want some replacements, let's just say you have Kisner, you can run Green Arthur and back and then replace Aaron with Kisner. That you may even get more points for doing that, because, of course, Kisner's buffs 30%, plus she also gives the attack-related stat buff as well, and, of course, the points are based on all your stats, not just your max HP and so on and so forth. Gear sets, HP defense, attack rate HP defense. This is the gear set I'll be running on them. Barnsley got 300,000 HP for cards. I literally just went highest and then CC. I could go for the increased attack one, but for my sort of tactic on the second phase, I will not be doing that, because if Barn kills before I pop the ult, I lose quite a bit more points, and that's basically what happened. Well, that's not what happened. They both got crit, died, but the one that was completely debuff immune survived, because of course Barn doesn't have the damage increase against them. Basically, what I need to do is just save every Barn card I possibly can, and then merge them. Basically, just push his ult. I also need to get another one of these debuff skills. We're going to kill this one. Also, actually can do a lot of damage as well, because he gives 20% extra damage per human on the field. Squish. All these enemies have extreme crit resistance, so, you know, critting them will be hard, at least. Thank you. It's going to do nothing. Thank you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he can cancel stances, which is slightly terrifying. I'll just merge, because I don't actually lose anything from merging. Big damage. Not bad. Okay, no more. Okay, still no Barn skills. I understand. You want me to use Arthur skills, game. I understand now. You want me to use Arthur skills. I will use Arthur skills. Just because you've asked nicely. 600k with Arthur, nice. That goes to 300k damage dealt. Of course, my Barn is also 3/6, so the higher your due Barn is, the more points you could possibly get whilst ending this. And you really need that Barn debuff skill game. I guess I can't have it. Fair enough. Here we go. please. Oh my god. Of course. I got a golden Aaron skill though, which is nice. But so basically on this phase, you're not going to crit anyone apart from Gil Thunder. Unless, of course, you have the Bond debuff on Grimoire. So these are the only two here that can be debuffed. He can't be debuffed at all. He's actually the one who survived when I had the fail attempt. And I'll just do this. Please, Bond debuff. Okay. We're just going to have to play it risky. What I mean I'm going to have to debuff Grimoire and hope we crit on Mr. whatever he's called. Okay, how much HP you got before I attack with 100, and you've got a buff as well? I don't think this will do that much. Or I could go with this one, because that requires debuffs to do like big damage. We do this, and then we with Barn and hope he crits wherever his name is. Yeah, we should be fine. He should hopefully crit. I just don't want him killing. He crit. Okay, that's hard. He shouldn't really be doing that, but I'll take it. Okay, now hopefully... Perfect. Okay, that's actually perfect. Because last time, man on the left survived. Big barn, and we got 4.4. Okay, that isn't the highest. But once again, relies on barn dupes. You could probably get more if you're running Kisner as well. But then, of course, then you run the risk of just pulling infinite buff cards or having to constantly keep attacking and constantly accidentally killing them. Because unless you run, of course, you could take all your gear off of Kisner, but then she becomes a target, so on and so forth. But overall, I would, if you can, like, possibly choose a team, stick with the first Goddess team I showed you. Not the one, of course, I did with my main video where I got top 1%, but the Goddess team itself, very good team, and I highly recommend that one. Yes, it does require quite a bit more RNG, but I think the RNG is eventually worth it, of course, if you're going for these top places. If you're just going for 50%, you can probably just run any of these three teams, or even like a very B-Tech version of it, and still get quite high points. So don't worry. And yeah, I hope you guys join us. See you next one. Goodbye.